This is How to Drink, the show about making cocktails and how to drink them. I'm Greg, and I have never been a professional bartender. I've never even had a job in a bar. I don't worry too much about precision and technique, because at the end of the day, if the drink you like is in the glass, you did it right. Let's get going. We are going to do a Boulevardier this week, and it's sort of make up for a screw-up that we had. I actually shot this drink in season 1 of How to Drink, but it was at the end of the day, and I was hammered. And what we shot was not usable. So this episode is a redo on an episode lost to time. So we're gonna do Boulevardier. What is a Boulevardier? It is kind of a bourbon variation of a Negroni. No, it's not kind of a bourbon variation on a Negroni. It is a bourbon variation of a Negroni. So it's gonna be Campari and bourbon and some, vermouth. We're using Carpano Antica vermouth. I like both Negronis and Boulevardiers. A Boulevardier, though, is a really wonderful and refreshing variation. We're going to stir this drink. I've got my mixing glass out. I'm going to start... Ooh, yeah. I love this stuff. We're going to start by pouring 1.5 ounces of vermouth into the mixing glass. One and a half ounces of Campari. Right in there, beautiful. What is Campari? Campari is a potable bitter. It's an aperitif, if you will, a Campari and soda, a Campari and tonic. It is a bitter. It falls into the category of what is called potable bitters as opposed to non-potable bitters. So your Angostura bitters, these are non-potable bitters. They can be sold at the grocery store. Campari is a potable bitter. It's meant to be drank on its own. Cannot sell that at the grocery store, at least in America. And 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm using Michter's bourbon. Crack some ice in your glass. And we'll give that a stir. When you pack a glass like this for mixing, you should have the ice be pretty tight. And I can tell when this drink is diluted enough by how it feels in the glass. I'm just looking for it to loosen up a bit, you know, make a little bit of room. That feels right to me. Usually about 15 seconds. And away we go. Give this an orange peel for a garnish. Good twist. Oh yeah. It actually has a lot of nice oils there. I have some cherries here, some nice maraschino cherries. Heck, let's go with 2 of them. I love a cherry in my drink. When I was a kid, my dad would make me go to the bar with him. I would get a lot of, what do you call those? Shirley Temples. My dad would make me go to the bar and get the Shirley Temple with as many cherries as they would put in them, and I would eat the cherries and ask for more. I love those fucking cherries. Sitting at the bar, the Idle Hour in New Jersey, if you were curious. Never the Arrowhead. We couldn't go there. My dad ran up a tab and didn't pay it off. So let's give this drink a sippy-doo. That is good. Oh. What do I love about this drink? What do I love about this drink is that it is nasal. You taste it with your nose and your throat, and it's all just like, it's very intense. The bitterness is like a real punch in the face. It kind of wakes you up. I mean that kind of literally. If you've ever been punched square in the nose, at least me, I feel it right across all my sinuses, like a wave of fire across my face. And that's kind of what this drink does to you. It's that in a glass, boom! And it wakes you up, and it stays with you and slowly subsides. Not a lot of evolution in the flavor profile, which I do love in a cocktail, but this one has a nice long tail. I'm still tasting off that first sip right now. It's definitely a slow sipping drink. You know, you're not gonna like quaff this one in a hurry, or at least you shouldn't. Be a weird move. You have to like a bitter drink, and maybe that's something that's an acquired taste. Maybe bitterness is something you learn to like, and once you do learn to like it, it's something you will seek out in beverages and in cocktails and in food in general. You know, you can decide right there on the spot that this thing that tastes uncommon to you, that this thing that tastes bitter or sour or tart or that is in any way challenging your palate isn't bad tasting, but that it is actually a flavor that you personally sought out. If you tell yourself that, you can acquire the taste for things. You can acquire the taste of wine. You can acquire the taste of rare cheeses. You can acquire the taste of, what do they call those things? The things they send pigs to go find for them. Truffles. Truffles. That's a powerful flavor. So all of these things are in some way an acquired taste. That said, I think a great way to acquire them is by drinking Boulevardiers. I love it. Anyway, that's how you make a Boulevardier. This is How to Drink, the show about making cocktails and how to drink them. And I hope you've had a fun time. And if you have, I hope you'll subscribe. And if you like the show, maybe you'll like my Instagram, which is @HowToDrink. And maybe you'll like my Twitter, which is @HowToDrink. If you like the stuff I use on the show, you can buy it at thisishowtodrink.com/gear. That helps the show out when you do that. Thank you. And of course, I've got a Patreon up there. And thank you so much for checking that out. Thanks for watching the show. It's been great. I will be back next week with another cocktail on how to drink. In the meantime, I'm going to be enjoying this Boulevardier very slowly. It would have been really funny just now if I said that but drank the whole thing. But I can't because I filmed a few episodes and then I would black out.